The Ottoman world of the mid-14th century was a realm brimming with ambition and opportunity. It was a time when the winds of change were sweeping across Anatolia and the seeds of a powerful empire were being sown. The landscape was dotted with burgeoning towns and fortified cities, each a testament to the growing influence of the Ottoman state. The early sultans, Osman and Orhan, had carved out a foothold in Anatolia, wresting land from weakened Byzantine rulers. Their conquests were not just about territory, they were about establishing a legacy, a foundation upon which future generations could build. The Byzantine Empire, once a formidable power, was now a shadow of its former self, providing the Ottomans with the perfect opportunity to expand. It was into this world, ripe with the promise of conquest, that Murad I, grandson of Osman, was born in 1326. From a young age, Murad was immersed in the culture and traditions of his people, learning the art of leadership and the strategies of war. His upbringing was steeped in the stories of his forebears' victories and the vision of a united and powerful Ottoman state. He would inherit not just a fledgling state, but also the mantle of leadership at a pivotal moment in its history. The challenges he faced were immense, but so were the opportunities. Murad's ascension to the throne was a turning point, marking the beginning of a new chapter in the Ottoman saga. When Murad I ascended to the Ottoman throne in 1362, he inherited a domain on the cusp of greatness. The foundations laid by his predecessors had set the stage for a period of unprecedented growth and expansion. Murad's vision was clear: to transform the Ottomans from a regional power into a dominant force in the eastern Mediterranean. His predecessors had laid the groundwork for expansion, but it was Murad who possessed the vision and the ruthlessness to transform the Ottomans from frontier warriors to masters of a vast empire. His military campaigns were marked by strategic brilliance and unyielding determination. Murad's ability to inspire and lead his troops was unparalleled, and his victories on the battlefield were numerous. He was a man born for conquest, a skilled military strategist, and a shrewd political operator. Murad's reign was characterized by a series of calculated moves, both on and off the battlefield. He understood the importance of alliances and diplomacy, often using marriage and treaties to secure his position and expand his influence. From the moment he donned the mantle of Sultan, Murad I set about solidifying his power and expanding his realm. He reformed the military, creating a more disciplined and effective fighting force. His administrative changes ensured that the empire could sustain its growth and manage its new territories efficiently. Murad I's reign marked a turning point in Ottoman history. His leadership transformed the Ottomans from a collection of loosely connected territories into a cohesive and powerful empire. His vision extended beyond mere conquest. He sought to create a lasting legacy that would endure for generations. He inherited a small principality and transformed it into a formidable empire straddling two continents. The territories under his control grew exponentially, and with each new conquest, the prestige and power of the Ottoman state increased. Murad's ability to integrate diverse cultures and peoples into his empire was a testament to his leadership. His administrative reforms, military prowess, and strategic vision laid the foundations for centuries of Ottoman dominance. Murad's reign saw the establishment of a centralized bureaucracy, which helped to streamline governance and ensure the efficient collection of taxes and resources. Murad I understood that to achieve lasting power, he needed to create an empire built on more than just military might. He invested in infrastructure, building roads, bridges, and fortifications that would support the empire's growth. His focus on education and culture helped to foster a sense of unity and identity among his subjects. He needed to establish a strong administrative framework, a loyal army, and a capital city that reflected the growing prestige of the Ottoman state. Bursa, the first major capital of the Ottomans, became a center of culture, commerce, and governance under Murad's rule. His reign heralded a new era for the Ottomans, one marked by relentless expansion, administrative innovation, and the forging of a distinct Ottoman identity. Murad's policies and reforms set the stage for the future sultans who would continue to build on his legacy. Murad I's story is the story of the Ottoman Empire's transition from a small Turkish emirate to a major power in the eastern Mediterranean. His reign was a period of transformation where the foundations of a mighty empire were laid, and the vision of a united and powerful Ottoman state began to take shape. It is a story of ambition, conquest, and the enduring legacy of a sultan who shaped an empire. Murad I's impact on the Ottoman Empire was profound, and his legacy continues to be felt to this day. His reign was a testament to the power of vision, leadership, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. Murad I's decision to establish a new capital in Edirne was a strategic masterstroke. This decision was not made lightly. It was the result of careful consideration and a deep understanding of the geopolitical landscape of the time. Located in Thrace, on the European side of the Dardanelles, Edirne was a city of immense strategic and symbolic importance. Its position allowed the Ottomans to control key trade routes and military pathways, making it a linchpin in their expansion strategy. It was a gateway between Anatolia and the Balkans, ideally positioned to serve as a launchpad for further Ottoman expansion into Europe. The city's location facilitated the movement of troops and resources, which was crucial for sustaining long-term campaigns. In 1369, Murad I declared Edirne the new capital of the Ottoman Empire, a move that signaled his ambition and cemented his legacy as a builder of empires. This proclamation was a clear message to both his allies and adversaries that the Ottomans were a force to be reckoned with. The transfer of the capital from Bursa to Edirne was not merely a symbolic gesture, it was a calculated move designed to reflect the changing dynamics of the Ottoman state. Bursa had served its purpose, but Edirne offered new opportunities for growth and influence. Edirne, with its strategic location and its rich Byzantine past, offered a more fitting base from which to project Ottoman power into the heart of Europe. The city's historical significance and existing infrastructure made it an ideal choice for the new capital. Murad I invested heavily in the development of Edirne, adorning it with mosques, palaces, and public buildings that showcased the burgeoning wealth and sophistication of his empire. These constructions were not just for show, they served practical purposes and helped to integrate the city into the Ottoman administrative framework. The establishment of Edirne as the Ottoman capital had far-reaching consequences. It marked the beginning of a new era in Ottoman history, one characterized by increased interaction with European powers and a more pronounced presence on the global stage. It shifted the empire's center of gravity westward, bringing it into closer contact with the European world. This shift had significant implications for trade, diplomacy, and military strategy, as the Ottomans were now in a better position to influence European affairs. Edirne became a melting pot of cultures and a thriving center of trade, attracting merchants, scholars, and artisans from across the Ottoman realm and beyond. The city's markets bustled with activity, and its streets echoed with the sounds of different languages and dialects. Under Murad's guidance, Edirne flourished, transforming itself from a conquered city into the vibrant heart of a burgeoning empire. The city's transformation was a testament to Murad I's vision and the resilience of the Ottoman state, setting the stage for future conquests and achievements. Murad I, a devout Muslim, saw himself as a warrior for Islam, tasked with spreading the faith. His vision was not just limited to the battlefield, he believed in the cultural and spiritual unification of the lands he conquered. This deep sense of purpose drove him to pursue his goals with unwavering determination, and extending the frontiers of the Muslim world. His campaigns were meticulously planned, each conquest serving a greater purpose in his grand vision of an expansive and unified Islamic realm. He embraced the title of Ghazi, a warrior who fights for Islam, and instilled in his troops a fervent belief in the righteousness of their cause. This title was not just a symbol, it was a rallying cry that unified his soldiers under a common banner, giving them a sense of higher purpose and destiny. This potent mix of religious zeal and military ambition would fuel Ottoman expansion for centuries to come. The spirit of the Ghazi warriors became a cornerstone of the Ottoman military ethos, inspiring future generations to continue the legacy of conquest and expansion. Murad I's reign was marked by an almost uninterrupted string of military triumphs that dramatically expanded the Ottoman Empire's territory and influence. His victories were not just military achievements, they were strategic masterstrokes that reshaped the political landscape of the region. He understood that military power was the lifeblood of his empire, and he waged war with a ferocity and a strategic brilliance that became hallmarks of Ottoman military doctrine. His ability to adapt to different combat situations and his innovative tactics set him apart as a military leader. His conquests were not merely opportunistic land grabs, they were part of a calculated strategy to secure strategic choke points, control vital trade routes, and establish Ottoman dominance in the region. Each victory was a step towards a more secure and prosperous empire. From the moment he ascended the throne, Murad I set about consolidating his power and expanding his realm. He was not content with merely inheriting an empire. He sought to transform it into a formidable force that could withstand any challenge. He campaigned relentlessly in the Balkans, gradually chipping away at the Byzantine Empire's dwindling territories and subjugating local rulers. His relentless campaigns in the Balkans were a testament to his strategic vision and his ability to exploit the weaknesses of his adversaries. Murad I's early conquests were characterized by a combination of military might, shrewd diplomacy, and a willingness to exploit divisions among his enemies. His diplomatic acumen was as sharp as his sword, allowing him to forge alliances and manipulate rivalries to his advantage. He understood that a successful ruler needed to be both a lion and a fox, capable of inspiring fear in his enemies while also outmaneuvering them on the battlefield and at the negotiating table. This dual approach made him a formidable and respected leader, feared by his enemies and revered by his followers.
The year is 1389, a year that will be etched into the annals of history forever. The place is Kosovo Polje, the field of blackbirds, a serene yet ominous expanse that will soon witness a monumental clash. It is a broad plain in the heart of the Balkans. This land, rich in history and culture, is about to become a battlefield. Rolling hills surround the battlefield. These hills have seen countless seasons, but none as significant as this. The air is thick with anticipation. A mist hangs low, shrouding the field in an eerie silence, as if the land itself is holding its breath. Two powerful armies face each other. Each side is determined, each soldier ready to lay down their life for their cause. They are a sea of colorful banners and gleaming weapons. The sun glints off their armor, creating a dazzling display of martial might. On one side stand the Ottoman Turks, a formidable force. Their reputation precedes them. They are a rising empire, hungry for conquest. Their ambition knows no bounds, and their eyes are set on Europe. They have swept across Asia Minor. Their conquests have been swift and decisive, leaving a trail of subjugated lands in their wake. Now they are knocking on the doors of Europe. The continent braces itself for the impending storm. On the other side stands a coalition of Serbian princes and their allies. United by a common cause, they are the defenders of their homeland. They are the last bastion of resistance against the Ottoman tide. Their resolve is unyielding, their spirit indomitable. They are fighting for their homes, their faith, and their very existence. Every man knows the stakes, and every heart beats with determination. The stage is set for a clash of civilizations. This is not just a battle for land, but for the very soul of a people. This battle will determine the fate of the Balkans. The outcome will shape the future of this region for generations. It will echo through history for centuries to come. The legacy of this day will be remembered, retold, and revered. To understand the Battle of Kosovo, we must turn back the clock. We must journey to the heart of a changing world. The once mighty Byzantine Empire, the eastern heir to Rome, is crumbling. Its emperors are shadows of their former glory. They rule over a shrinking domain. Into this power vacuum strides a new force. The Ottoman Turks, a nomadic people from the steppes of Central Asia. They are united under a dynasty of ambitious rulers. They are fierce warriors, skilled horsemen, and masters of siege warfare. The Ottomans conquer vast territories. They absorb diverse cultures into their growing empire. They embrace Islam as their faith and a unifying force. Their rise is meteoric. It seems nothing can stand in their way. Leading the Ottoman army is Sultan Murad I, a figure of immense historical significance. A shrewd strategist and a ruthless conqueror, Murad I has carved out a vast empire through relentless campaigns and tactical brilliance. Under his leadership, the Ottoman Empire has expanded dramatically, swallowing up territories and bringing diverse peoples under its control. His military prowess and political acumen have made him a formidable force in the region. Murad's ambitions are far-reaching. He dreams of conquering Constantinople, the jewel of the Byzantine Empire, a city of immense strategic and symbolic importance. To achieve this grand vision, he sees Kosovo as a crucial stepping stone. The fertile plains of Kosovo are not just a battlefield, but a gateway to further conquests in Europe. Victory here will open the gates to further conquests in Europe. solidifying Ottoman dominance and paving the way for future campaigns. Facing this formidable opponent is Prince Lazar Hribeljanović, a man of equal determination and valor. Prince Lazar is the most powerful of the Serbian princes, a leader who commands respect and loyalty from his people. He is a brave and charismatic leader known for his unwavering commitment to his land and his faith. His presence on the battlefield inspires his troops and instills a sense of purpose and resolve. Prince Lazar is acutely aware of the threat posed by the advancing Ottoman forces. He understands that the stakes are incredibly high. The fate of his people hangs in the balance, and he knows that a defeat could spell disaster for the Serbian lands and their way of life. Despite the overwhelming odds, Lazar is determined to resist. He rallies his Serbian forces, calling upon his allies to join him in this crucial battle. His call to arms is answered by many as knights and soldiers from across the region gather to stand against the Ottoman tide. Lazar knows the odds are against him. The Ottoman army is vast and well-equipped, and the challenge ahead is daunting. Yet he is prepared to fight to the death for his land and his faith. His resolve is unshakable, and his courage is a beacon of hope for his people. The stage is set for a monumental clash, one that will determine the future of the region. Section 4, Armies Assembled, a sea of men and steel. The two armies are a clash of cultures and fighting styles. The Ottoman army is a well-oiled machine. It is composed of Turkish cavalry, Anatolian infantry, and Balkan auxiliaries. They are armed with bows, scimitars, and maces. Their tactics are based on mobility, flanking maneuvers, and overwhelming numerical superiority. The Serbian army is a more diverse force. It is composed of heavy cavalry, armored infantry, and peasant levies. They are armed with lances, swords, and battle axes. Their tactics are based on a strong defense, heavy charges, and the hope of breaking the Ottoman lines. The tension hangs heavy in the air. Both armies know that this is no ordinary battle. It is a clash of civilizations, a struggle for dominance in the heart of the Balkans. Section 5, The Day of Thunder, June 15th, 1389. This day would be etched into the annals of history as one of the most significant and bloodiest battles of the medieval era. The sun rises on June 15th, 1389. It casts a long shadow over the field of blackbirds. The early morning light reveals the vast expanse of the battlefield, a silent witness to the impending clash. The air is still and heavy. The silence is broken only by the neighing of horses and the clanging of armor. Knights and soldiers, clad in their heavy armor, make final preparations. Their faces a mix of determination and apprehension. Both armies stand ready. They are a kaleidoscope of colors under the bright banners that snap in the wind. The vibrant flags representing various factions and noble houses flutter defiantly, adding a surreal beauty to the grim scene. The Ottoman forces are arrayed in a crescent formation. This strategic arrangement, designed to envelop and crush the enemy, showcases their military prowess and tactical acumen. Their center is commanded by Murad himself. The Sultan, resplendent in his ornate armor, stands as a symbol of strength and leadership, inspiring his troops with his presence. His most elite troops guard him. These seasoned warriors, hand-picked for their skill and loyalty, form an impenetrable shield around their leader. On the flanks are the fearsome Turkish cavalry poised to strike at the Serbian wings. These horsemen, renowned for their speed and ferocity, are the hammer that will drive the nail into the heart of the Serbian defense. The Serbian forces are positioned on a slight rise. This elevated ground offers them a strategic advantage, allowing them to survey the battlefield and anticipate the enemy's movements. Their center is held by Lazar and his personal guard. Prince Lazar, a figure of immense respect and authority, stands resolute with his most trusted warriors by his side. Their flanks are composed of Serbian cavalry and their allies, ready to counter the Ottoman threat. These allied forces, bound by a common cause, are prepared to fight with unwavering courage and determination. A hush falls over the battlefield. The tension is palpable as both sides await the inevitable clash. Every soldier knows that the next few hours will determine the fate of their nations. The only sound is the beating of drums. The drums grow louder. The rhythmic pounding echoes across the field, a harbinger of the violence to come. The signal to attack is imminent. Both armies brace themselves, knowing that the moment of reckoning is at hand. The air is thick with anticipation as the warriors prepare to charge into the fray.